Have you ever eaten ass and it tastes sweet? Hey guys, welcome to Foreplay Podcast, a safe space for all things sex. And remember, if you're ready for sex, you're ready to talk about it.
Welcome to the pod. Or welcome back to the pod. We have taken a
hiatus.
minute of a break, just for personal stuff. But everyone, we were just enjoying the rest of our summer, guys.
Yeah.
And getting back into the school year for some of us and regular work life for the rest of us. This episode is going to be lots of fun. We're kind of just keeping it chill, but we're going to talk about astrology, compatibility, and also just kind of like what the fuck is new with us right now.
So I decided to make the plunge to go back to school.
Woohoo.
4 years later? Has it really? No, 3 years.
You're so young.
Oh, shut up.
Little baby.
Fuck off, all of ya.
Baby.
But yeah, so I decided to take the plunge and go back to school. So I'm doing interior design at U of A.
Woohoo.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what comes of it. But it's kind of always been something I've enjoyed. And I think anyone who knows me could tell you how much I like interior design. And I never thought of it as like a viable career option. And then I did some research and found a program and
Got it done.
the rest is history.
Oh, that is so exciting.
Yeah, so I'm very excited.
What is your favorite thing about it so far?
Literally none of it. So
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
She's like, there better be better to come.
Yeah,
Like,
there
but
isn't.
like, cool or like cute people in your class that you're like staring at from across the room?
Okay, well,
Ooh.
to answer the first part of that question, tons of cool people. Most of the people that I'm in class with are actually all of my classes this semester are all female classes, so that's super cool. And most of them are probably 10 to 15 years older than me, if not 30 years older than me,
Okay.
which is cool. But yeah, they're all super cool. We've had some good chats. That being said, no, there is no one to stare at but myself.
Hell yeah.
Which is very distracting. Like, I don't mean to, like, be a narcissist or whatever, but sometimes I'm just in class and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck did she just say?
Oh my God, quick side note. So I'm back at school as well, and we had to go back online for a couple weeks, and my first fucking class back online, I'm like making dinner, eating the like crunchiest food, listening, and my friend in my class was like, dude, your mic's on. And I was like, fuck, get it together.
Did you guys, I saw this TikTok once and it was someone straight up fucking in their class. Excuse my voice, I have a really plugged nose, but just straight up fucking moaning.
That would be so funny.
And the mic is on. Oh,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
I mean, like, get it, I guess.
Right.
Like, literally.
What you gotta do. Well, what's new with me is that my partner and I we've gone on little dates and not with each other, with other people. So that's been really cool because if you guys have followed along my journey, we haven't been with many other people other than each other during this relationship kind of span. So it was cool. He went on a date with this person and he had a great time. Absolutely wants to see them again.
Wow.
So that was cool. And then I went on a date with this person. Same thing. It was fantastic. They were super cute, just super friendly. Like, we had a great time. So much to talk about.
That's awesome.
Is it the
Yeah.
person you were telling me about?
Probably. I don't want to get too much
Yeah,
into
no,
it yet,
no.
because I don't really know where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
We haven't really talked much since the date, but I feel like it's my thing to text.
Oh.
But I just haven't done it yet. Oops.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna text this person and maybe we'll hang out again because I had a great time. We
Oh.
definitely fucked. I'll tell you that. Though.
Yay.
But yeah, it's been cool. It's been a cool way to get out of reality for a bit, do something new, exciting.
Yeah.
Totally.
Even a first date is just so spicy.
Yeah.
Like your whole day leading up to it.
Right?
Like,
That was the biggest
Yeah.
thing. Like, it had been so long since I'd been on a first date. And so I was like getting dressed, and like my partner wasn't home when I was getting ready for the date, I'm pretty sure. So it was like fully like my own
Yes.
universe, playing music, like clean the house a bit just in case they came over.
I remember talking to you on the phone while you're like picking your outfit.
Yeah, right. I was like, what do I wear? And I looked
Yeah.
cute too, but it was so much fun.
that's so much
Yeah.
fun.
Sleeping with a person for the first time always brings like those weird things. Like I wasn't like anxious or anything about my body or about taking up space. Like it was very cohesive, which is cool. You don't always get that. The kisses were great. Like body movements were like together. It wasn't like, oh fuck, sorry. You know what I mean? But there was a point where he was fucking me and it was really good. And I just felt the need to tell him, you know what I mean? Because I had no toys or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's something we'll unpack later on in life.
Yeah.
I was like, just so you know, I'm like, I'm like, just so you know, I probably won't come without a toy also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, I don't usually come from penetrative sex. And he was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
But-
and did you want it to continue going, or did you say that to like
No,
slow down?
and that's what I mean about unpacking it later. Because it wasn't like I was fully enjoying myself, but it clued in that like, because he was working so hard and I was like,
Oh,
you think I'm gonna
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
When I had sex with this new person, I also literally had that thought for like so many instances. I was like, should I say it now or like
right.
Because I'm just like, I am not gonna come.
Yeah.
But
Neither of us are coming.
I know. I'll be like, oh, you came? Cool.
Nice.
No, it's all or
Nice.
nothing in my books,
Yeah.
honestly. But it was fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yay! Head was
Nice.
really great too. I talked about it anyway.
Nice.
Love that.
Okay.
Finally exploring this open relationship with me and my partner.
Hell yeah! That's
Yes.
so rude.
It has been really cool to like finally go through all of these things that we've been like preparing for
Yeah.
and like talking about with no real like hard evidence, you know?
Right.
So yeah, and actually it's been going really well. And like so she's been going on some dates. I've been going on some dates. I
Mhm.
had and this person don't think they know about the podcast, but honestly
will.
we've just laid it all out there, whatever.
Yeah.
But and like I haven't texted this person back.
You have a good Aquarius ghosting.
Literally.
Yeah. So we had sex. He came over like on a Friday night, and then we had this like really good, like, well, it was really good. It was
Okay, well,
really-
what were the pros and cons? Like,
Okay,
give
yeah,
us
it was-
something.
Oh, what was I saying to you? The sex was like, it was surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
We had to like slow down to get the kissing right.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
Walk me through the bad part of the kissing. Is it
Yeah.
like tongue straight down your throat or like all lips?
lips, all lips.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to dance with your tongue.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying
Mhm.
to make love to your tongue,
Mhm.
and not just like slobber.
Yeah.
Right? Like what's the,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. Like just some like, intimacy. Like I want to
Right.
connect.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we got that down. Then it's like so hot actually.
Mhm.
Like I'm sitting on top of him, he's fucking me, and he's like a man. You know?
Wow.
Like, because I haven't been with a man in like a year and a half, 2 years almost.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, in that way, I guess I should say, because I've
Yeah.
had actually quite a few threesomes, but like just me and a mask,
Yeah.
Being a man,
Yeah.
dude.
like, and yeah, it was so good.
Ah, that sounds
Sweet.
amazing.
Yeah, and then the second night also was great sex. Was like definitely not as great. It will never be as great as me and my partners.
Mhm.
So it was cool to like see the comparison of like great sex and sex like I would have as like a, like get to know
Mhm.
this person,
Yeah.
hang out,
Mhm.
like have sex,
Mhm.
and potentially, I mean, maybe not, but like, and then have my primary.
Yeah.
So that was super cool.
So, what did his dick look like?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, tell us-
dick.
Yeah.
So I would say like I don't know my inches, but like that. But it was like girthy.
Ooh.
So like a
Good.
7-incher?
Yeah, 7-incher and girthy.
Love
Good.
that.
that's a
And-
good.
yeah.
That's a good
And
mix.
He just took me around. Like,
Wow, we
like,
love
he
that.
just-
Downtown.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like he definitely was nervous about like choking and stuff, but I was like, no, daddy, like go.
Yeah.
And then and he was like just knew what he was doing actually.
So
Good.
was it like
Experienced.
vanilla sex, or would you say it
No.
was kinky?
Oh yeah, it was
Okay,
kinky.
like, walk
me
yeah.
through a little bit
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
we were like slapping and
Oh,
choking.
yes.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I can do vanilla anymore.
Same.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't fucking do it.
No.
There's
Awesome.
nothing like going on or like anticipating sex with somebody for the first time because you've never fucked them and just like how wet you are for that. You know what I mean?
Totally.
For that
Yeah.
first time interaction. There's nothing that compares to it.
Oh,
It's like the build up beforehand.
Yeah.
Maybe you were like sexting a little bit.
Right?
And you
Yeah.
go into it and you're like, I'm already soaked because I have these
Literally.
fantasies in my head.
Literally.
You'll never be that wet again.
And
No.
You know?
we-
It's only first time.
yeah, we were like giving each other massages, and then he went from a massage, and then we were like this, and we just turned around, and then just immediately we're like on it.
We
Oh
love
my
that.
God.
We
But-
love that.
Funny story. Okay, so he comes, condom. We're like still fucking. We're like, we're
Oh no. I don't like this.
we're done fucking. I've already
Mhm.
given it away, but we're done fucking. And he's like, where's the condom?
No. That is terrifying.
We're literally looking around the bed. We're like
No,
we're
don't.
looking under the bed, and then we're just going to sleep. And then we're kind of like cuddling, like rubbing up on each other. And then we're
Yeah.
like, he puts his fingers inside me. And then he's like, I think the condom is in you. And I
Oh
literally
my
had to
God.
fish this fucking condom
No, I'm
out
gonna
of my
vomit.
yoni.
Okay, did it still
Dude.
have
I'm-
cum in it?
No!
Or is the IUD catching all that?
The IUD is catching some of it. But
I don't know if I talked about this in like our virginity episode, but that happened to me with like the first time I ever had sex, losing my virginity.
No.
And the condom was in me, and when I tell you, I ran to the Planned Parenthood to get a Plan B. Like,
Oh, yes.
I ran there. But yeah,
See,
my
kids.
first time.
Oh God.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Don't wear condoms.
Literally,
Kidding.
the pussy is too tight down there.
Gorilla grip.
grip.
It must have fucking just shot
Yeah.
up there like a slingshot.
It's like
Literally.
a fucking shotgun.
The IUDs just like got it hooked.
Right?
Oh my god, it gets hooked on my IUD.
Oh no.
That is the dangers of it.
Holy shit, that can happen.
I know.
I never knew that.
The IUD in your vagina is like locked on target.
Yeah.
Target acquired.
Target acquired.
Oh God.
Okay, that's a good tip. Note, if you have an IUD, because a tampon can get.
Yeah, I can get hooked on it too.
Holy
Just be
shit.
cautious, but
Oh my god, I literally didn't even ever have to think about that.
still be safe though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would say still use the condom.
Yeah,
That's
still
it.
use the
Sorry.
condom, but careful maybe removing it. I have so much to fucking say right now. Okay, so first of all, the toy of the year is the Lucian by
Oh.
deepfantasies.com.
Okay.
So it's the mini version of those that we have on our little thing, but just some like PSA, right now they came out with 3 new sizes. So now they have the large, the regular, and the small. Note that the one I have that you need is the regular size, but it's the max firmness you can get.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys, this toy has literally changed my sex life. Like literally changed. So I'm having the best sex with this guy, and I wanted to experience DP, so double penetration.
Yes.
And I've been like thinking about, oh my god, I would love to be in an orgy or like a threesome doing double penetration, but I'm also super intimidated by like 2 dicks
Yeah.
in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's start out by just like using a fucking toy. So I'm talking with this partner and I'm like, okay, so this is what I want, whatever. And he loves butt stuff like just as much as I do. So it was perfect. So we're literally so many positions. He has super long arms, so we're doing like regular missionary, and his arm, he's fucking in there, like fucking me with Lucian.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is happening and this is fucking awesome. Then I'm like getting it from the back and he's like controlling it there.
Whoa.
And guys, literally, it's so fucking good. Like, if you can try DP with your partner, like, try it. It's like crazy. But then we took it to the next fucking level.
Oh my god.
Because I was having another conversation with him and I was like, I have this like, not like indirectly asking for what I want, but I was like, I have this fantasy of like really dirty talk in the bedroom because like I've never experienced it really
Like
before.
degradation?
Not degradation, but just like talking about like what's happening or like telling me what to do kind of thing, like that kind of vibe. And so we're doing double penetration again in the bedroom. We're using Wandy as well. Like,
It's just like everything.
everything's literally
You're just
happening.
not even on this planet.
And literally, the eyes were always the fucking back of my head. And then I was literally like about to come, and he was like, "You're not allowed to come yet."
You're like, hell yeah. What are you do with this?
And he's in control of Wandy now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not holding it anymore. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God.
Oh.
And he was just like teasing me for like a long time, literally came. Then after that, I came. He was like, okay, like, I want the tentacle on me. And I was like, let's
Okay.
Yes.
literally, so I'm basically like pegging him
Yes.
with this, without a
God.
strap on, just like with my hands.
Yeah.
And like kind of doing the both hand things where I'm like stroking him off as well. And like he finished and it was just like so hot and sweaty. Like it was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Was that all in like one session?
All in one session.
So
Wow.
sex, amazing.
Yeah.
How did you like fucking him?
Okay,
with
I
Alicia?
liked it. Okay, so the first time him and I did stuff like that, I was super timid and I wasn't really in the like switch mentality.
Yeah.
But this time, since he was like literally like, I don't know where this dirty talk came from, but he was just like left and right, like telling me what to do. And then he was like telling me to like do it. And I felt more comfortable doing it
like-
because he was like, I want you to do this to me. And I was like, fuck
So
it.
like talking
okay.
from the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And oh my God, it was just like such a good experience. So I'm like, whatever, maybe gonna have a threesome with like 2 guys.
Okay, that's probably like my biggest fantasy too.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but just like crazy fucking sex. Like that was just so
Okay,
fun.
I have
That
a
is so
question.
good.
Yeah.
Because I've had, so I have like a 9-inch dildo.
Okay.
You felt it. It's like really
Yeah.
firm. So I'm like fucking the dildo and I have a butt plug in and I
Mhm.
feel like it's too much. So I don't know if I would be able to.
That's why I 100% recommend the Lucian for this
It's so
because
good.
it's like tapered. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Like goes
Yeah.
bigger to small. So it's just super gradual. And when it's fully in, it doesn't feel like it's taking up a lot of space in you, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like if you're doing double penetration, the most that's filling you up is the like real dick or the other dick that you're using in your vagina. I
And
feel
how does
like.
it feel because it's a bit curved?
Honestly, it's like perfect. Like I literally
that.
don't. It's the best anal toy. Like I like it better than anything I've ever tried.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Literally, like get that toy, fucking use it. It's like so. It's just like so gentle. Like it's just
Yeah.
perfect.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh,
I'm living
so
for you.
good.
So
Amazing.
question.
Yeah.
Your partner wanting things in their butt.
Hmm.
How did they bring it up the first time?
Honestly, I think. Oh yeah, it was like an accidental conversation where I think I was like giving him head, and after he was like, I think he probably just like said this to like feel like I'm into it, but he was like, "Oh, I really thought you were gonna eat my ass there." Like after, and I was like, "Oh, really? Like you want that?" And he's like, "Yeah, like I really, really like butt stuff." And he was just telling me like he got into butt stuff like at like honestly like a really, really young age, and just like went from there, and that he like really likes it. And he was like, "You're the first person I like have used like toys in the bedroom with," and like he's like, "I'm super interested, obviously." And I was just like, "Okay, like fuck it, here we go."
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
so-
That's awesome.
My sex life is literally just reading smut right now on my phone. Which, you know what? I'm not even complaining.
That's not a bad thing.
Like when you were talking about like when you first have sex with someone that wet, I get that wet every time I read a book.
Mhm.
That's honestly
Good.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And okay, I just have to talk about this really quick because I just thought it was a weird coincidence. The one I'm reading right now, the main character's name is Madeline. And she
Ooh.
has 3 dominants
Yeah.
who all fuck her at the same time. And she's pansexual.
Oh my
I was
god.
like,
You're
I
like, this
can't-
is me.
Mhm.
It's too good.
Yeah.
I highly
Oh.
recommend it. If people are like, oh, I can't really like watch porn, or like you're kind of like, I want to spice it up. Try a book,
Yeah, seriously though.
because then you get to make like your own fantasies in your head,
Yeah.
and it's
Ooh.
spicy.
Yeah.
And I feel like in what they can't do in porn, they can talk about in books.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
So you're-
definitely.
Books can have like your deepest, darkest fantasy.
I feel like it's a lot
Mhm.
more not like tasteful in a way of like shaming porn by any means, but the author's trying to take you on a journey, so it's not just like a shitty storyline and then bang bang bang. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mhm.
And even if like most of the book is just fucking, there usually is a decent plot that comes along with it.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
It's kind of cool, like you having this whole relationship, like this sexual relationship with yourself
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with your partner,
Mhm.
and you're like actively investing in it.
Yeah,
and that's
hell
really
yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
It's kind of bad. It's kind of gotten to the point like today at work, I fucking hope my coworker does not watch this. I was definitely reading a book at work. But like, I was alone. I wasn't doing anything. I was just reading my book.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We can read that book.
There's to Claim. That's what this one's called.
Nice.
But I have my favorite actual published book on Kindle is the Den of Vipers. I highly recommend it if you guys like have a like gun or blood or knife kinks. Highly
Ooh.
recommend it.
Okay.
Denim.
And there's 5 of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right, guys. So we're going to dive into some astrology stuff. So I guess we'll just preface this by saying we're no like experts or anything. We're just interested in it and we think
Yeah.
it's cool.
And we're always talking about it.
it's
Like,
true.
Right?
Always.
Always.
We use it to justify our decisions.
It's
Literally.
true.
100%.
100%.
Yeah. So for mine, I just recently got mine, I guess, like confirmed because I always just like guessed my birth time, but then I actually went and got my hospital records. So now this is like 100% accurate. Born April 25th at 11:49. Mark it on your fucking calendars, everybody. Okay, so my sun is in Taurus. So the sun represents what's exciting and vibrant about us, which is kind of cute. So this is just too accurate. It actually hurts. So you dislike being pushed, hurried, or forced into anything. You stubbornly oppose others' attempts to get you to do anything you don't truly enjoy or desire. You have expensive tastes and love the finer things in life, but are also very attuned to nature. You need time in the great outdoors to feel centered. With your keen eye for beauty, you become a collector. Just make sure you manage your finances wisely. So that's
Whoa,
Taurus.
that's like
Those.
spot on.
Right?
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And then my moon is in Aries. And this is the one I've never thought I like related to that much in Aries. But reading this, I was like, okay, this makes sense. So the moon shows us our deepest feelings and intellectual responses, or instinctual responses, sorry. So you're extremely fiery and intense, but you're also easily bored and restless and will run into the opposite direction if you don't get a sense there's fun or adventure involved. You dislike feeling constricted and will push back against anyone who tries to impose barriers or limitations on your freedom. When you take the time to slow down and get in touch with and share your deepest feelings, you can bond with others in a way that sticks. So, shit, pretty cool. And then my last one is I'm a Leo rising. So our ascendant, also called the rising, influences our outer personality, how others perceive us, and how we interact with the world. So mine says, I'm naturally bold and enthusiastic. You have an air of drama about you. You don't tend to do things halfway. So when you're invested in something, you tend to bubble over with excitement and energy. If you don't feel like your efforts or feelings are being matched, you become hurt and withdrawn, or your fiery temper could erupt. Still, this rarely lasts very long since you prefer to live life in a creative, loving frame of mind. So
I would
that's
say that
mine.
was like
Yeah.
spot on for every single one.
Right?
of
Like
those.
reading it, I was like, whoa, that like makes sense. It puts a like really interesting perspective on all of them because I never really understood like moon and rising before. Like I always kind of was just like, oh, that's just there. But it's interesting to see how your personality like meshes all together.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely why I 100% believe in like the zodiacs and
Mhm.
your astrology signs, because it's too accurate for it to be wrong.
Right.
Like I'm like, there's
Yeah.
no fucking way that someone's just
Right.
like
Yeah.
this will make them believe it. No.
No.
And
yeah.
there's like, it's just crazy how the proof is kind of like in the pudding. Like all of
Mhm.
the people around you, at least in our lives,
Yeah.
Mhm.
we have people that are just like always there. Like the
Right.
same signs show up.
Yeah.
We like kind of tend to like
True.
fall for the same signs
Yeah.
and like, yeah, I don't know. There's just too many things that line up.
Right.
Agreed. So my sun is in Aquarius. So for me, that means unique visionary. You do things in your own way and time. And whether you're interested in science, philanthropy, or arts, your perspective and skill set is truly your own. So I feel like that's pretty
Mhm. That's cool.
accurate.
There you
I don't
go.
know. And then my moon's in Sagittarius, so this is my emotions. There's not a lot. It just says fun, loving, and adventurous. You use humor to connect with others, which I would say that's accurate as well.
Mhm.
Bold, enthusiastic, and positive. I wouldn't say I'm many of those things, but okay. And then rising is Taurus for me. So grounded, refined, patient. When meeting people, you're pleasant and patient, but sometimes a bit guarded.
Cool.
Love
Wow.
that. I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Interesting that your rising is a Taurus.
And then your moon was Sagittarius,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Which
Mhm.
it kind of all makes sense.
Oh, it totally does to me. And it's
Right.
weird because my dad's a Sagittarius and my mom's a Taurus. So my moon and rising are exactly what my parents' signs are.
That's so crazy.
That's
Weird.
wild.
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I have a theory. So my theory is that your astrological sign, like for instance, my ex was an Aries.
Yes.
So someone like kind of like fiery but a little bit like opposite.
Yeah.
But still within my circle.
Yeah.
Like of
Mhm.
people. Like I have so many Aries around me
Yeah.
all the time. But opposite and then now dating Aquarius, so
Mhm.
similar.
Mhm.
So my
Mhm.
theory is that you've dated your ex kind of like opposite characteristics of your sign,
Mhm.
and now dating a very similar sign.
Mhm.
Whether
Wait.
it's whether it's exactly or similar traits.
Your
Mhm.
partner's an Aquarius?
Yeah.
My partner's an Aquarius.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
who was your ex?
A Pisces.
Kind of opposite.
Mhm.
Hey, see?
Or
But I
maybe
don't know.
not.
I don't know.
I'm putting that kind of opposite. Hey.
I don't know enough about Pisces, but
Okay.
Water
And then-
signs, at least give me
Mhm.
that.
and
Yeah.
my first ex was a Scorpio
And
though.
apparently
Mhm.
Pisces men are literal.
Oh, they are.
garbage.
But
But
like,
I don't know.
Wait, no,
You
well,
didn't
honest-
hear it from me.
Honestly,
Yeah.
let's drag that for a minute so people are aware.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows.
Yeah.
that one. That's the first rule.
the
Mine
sex
is
was
kind
good
of
though.
the opposite because I dated an Aries. Surprise, I'm an Aries, and then now I'm dating a Scorpio. But
Interesting.
same shit, different
Oh.
pile.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
You gotta like try out both, maybe.
Mhm. Yeah, on Snapchat, if you just go to your little like emoji guy on the top left, I think there's like it will say what your sign is. You just click that, and then it's all the info's there if you have it set up.
Mm-hmm. And mine, so there's like two charts that I use. One is called CoStar.
Yeah.
We all have that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we also all have the pattern.
Yeah, the pattern I find is a
Mhm.
lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how the pattern is set up. This one, my sun is in Aquarius, so
Mhm.
same as Maddie's. And then my moon is in Scorpio. So I'll
Mhm.
read Scorpio because my like rising is in Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So same as G in that one. Okay. Moon in Scorpio. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you are alone or deeply comfortable. Your moon is in Scorpio, meaning your emotional self is intense, passionate, and a bit dramatic. You have trouble opening up and letting other people in, and try to keep your intense, darker emotions private. You find it difficult to trust others, which means your powers of perception may manifest in suspicion and controlling tendencies.
Mhm.
In your fifth house, meaning you find security and safety through romance, self-expression, creativity, and pleasure.
Yeah, I would say that's spot on too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you like resonate with like your other signs?
Oh, honestly, yes, totally. Like for sure Aquarius.
Mhm.
And then I think, yeah, absolutely Leo
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm, yeah.
And like emotions, yeah, I am a Scorpio ass bitch in my emotions.
Mhm.
But that's for another podcast.
That's for
Yeah.
another podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, kitties. I'm an Aries, which I feel like I see myself as an Aries, but when I meet people for the first time and eventually we talk about astrology,
Mhm.
they're like, guess my sign. And they're like, I don't know. And they guess like Pisces or Cancer. and
What?
I'm like,
I feel
what?
like you're an Aries to a T.
I know,
Mhm.
right? But I also get it. Okay, so I'm a Cancer sun. You don't have time for things that don't interest you or people who slow you down. Instead, you want to feel the freedom and excitement that come with new adventures and discoveries. This may mean that sometimes you leave others in the dust and can be a little bit, or can be more than a little competitive. Make sure to balance your needs with the needs of others. Slow down long enough to follow through on projects you take on. When you do these things, you're truly unstoppable. My moon is in Gemini, which
Interesting.
I think is fun. It's just like a little playful,
Yeah,
you know?
oh, yeah.
Let's stay playful together.
Mhm.
You love bonding with others over long, interesting chats, and the more you can study, travel, and explore new places. I don't do anything. The more fun and original ideas you'll come up with. You may be a whiz at school or work where your clever mind helps you breeze through most subjects, and you're natural at writing. That's the first time I've read that in my astrology.
Hmm.
Writing, speaking, or networking. which is cool. With so much going on in your head, you can be easily distracted and have trouble narrowing their focus. So practice prioritizing. And since you prefer to rationalize your feelings with logic, you may tend to thoughtlessly breeze past others' emotions. Practice your listening skills to improve your relationships. I also think that's spot on.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm mean without being mean, or without meaning to be mean.
Do you feel like you relate to those too?
Yeah, I think so. Aries for sure, because I'm definitely somebody who like, there's like the Aries tropes, fire sign tropes in general, that you get so upset and then you get over it in like 2 minutes. Like you just forget. It's not a long-winded anger or anything like that. It's just like an outburst. And I'm very much so like that. Like I'll be upset and then I'll be fine. Gemini is supposed to be like a social butterfly, also like kind of like a know-it-all, and I definitely am the person to be like, you know, like I'll correct people and then try to stop myself from it. Even I'll probably be wrong when I do things like that. You know what I mean? That still happens. And then Cancer rising, you enjoy people and your relationships are very important to you, but you don't open up quickly to just anyone. Instead, you like to get to know people slowly, one layer at a time. You reveal parts of your true self in bits and pieces, which means others may become quite fascinated with your seemingly mysterious allure. But you should be careful not to become so guarded that you never let others in, and try not to let your mood dictate your words and actions. Since you're so sensitive, you have a tendency to take things personally, so try to remain objective. Also very much so Cancer rising.
Yeah.
Cry
On
on
everything. I'm pretty outwardly emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Nurturing to some extent. Yeah.
I'm surprised I don't have Cancer in my big three.
I know.
Wow.
I agree.
Maybe I need to check my birth time and make sure, like, I know for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm my big three. If it was one illustration, it would just be a big baby.
You know, a big baby. I love that.
Aww.
That's awesome. So compatibility, y'all, and sexual experiences.
Right.
So maybe let's just go through our top two first. So my top two most compatible is Scorpio and Cancer.
Oh.
And the Scorpio, I already know. I love Scorpios. Like I just like immediately lay eyes on Scorpios and like I feel their like energy. Like the love of my life who's taken is a Scorpio. And I love him. But Cancers, yeah, I've been in a relationship with a Cancer, but you know, they always say there's type 1 and type 2, and I definitely got the shitty type 2.
Uh-oh.
But other Cancers that I've met are super, super caring and like very chill people. So I definitely understand how I could relate to that for sure. But yeah, I've had sex with 2 Scorpios, hot sex, amazing sex, big dicks, like love the vibe, big dicks.
For sure.
And had sex with 1 Cancer. And once again, the sex was great, but I wouldn't even say it was as good as the Scorpio sex for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Scorpios are like top for sex.
Yeah. Oh, top tier for sure.
Yeah. Definitely glad I have that in me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have that going for me.
There you go. Have you guys ever taken a look at like your Venus in your full birth chart? Because that's how you love in comparison to other people. Mine is in Aquarius, which is strange because
I want to check what mine is.
I don't know what that looks like. You know what I mean?
Mine's in Capricorn.
Yours is in Capricorn.
So my
you
preferences.
Like money?
Consistency, reliability, shared values top your list of priorities in relationships. Okay. So besides my own sign, I hate this, Gemini.
Ooh.
Good Gemini moment.
I've never met a Gemini like in a romantic or sexual setting in my life,
never
so I don't know. And then the other one is Sagittarius.
Oh.
And I haven't had sex with Sagittarius either. My ex was a Pisces.
Yeah.
And we had great sex. And then the guy I lost my virginity was a Scorpio, and he had a huge dick.
There, we love to see
huge dick. And I wouldn't say the sex was horrible. Like after we kind of figured it out.
Too bad they're crazy.
Psychotic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently dating a Scorpio.
Yeah, my emotions are a Scorpio.
I feel like Scorpios are the kinkiest of the zodiac. I don't know if that's fair to say, but
I think it's fair.
Okay.
What would you say?
I don't know, because sometimes, like you said, it just flips like a fucking switch.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, we play Zelda all day together. Like, you know?
That's kind of the best part of it, though.
I do love it.
Yeah.
But he's a Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy.
So
That's
maybe he like has it in him. He's just a little guarded.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it like kind of like cancels each other out to some extent. Like
Mhm.
not cancels each other out, but he's not like a I don't know. He's just a different Scorpio. Maybe I'm trying to save myself from pain, but
I don't think so. I feel like if you have a good connection with someone, it doesn't I can't even literally speak. If you have a good connection with someone, like
Yeah.
that shit doesn't really matter,
it's
you know?
true. It's not something to like actually like fully guide your relationships by, but it is something that
No.
like aids those red flags and things like
For
that. that
sure.
you've been hearing, and you're like,
Mhm.
"Ooh," like
'Cause he could be
check
type 2.
receipts, right? He
Mhm.
could be type 2,
And
yeah.
also, it's just kind of like if you know, you can kind of like see your patterns a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like you
Mhm.
just kind of get a little insight and you're like, and it's just kind of like, yeah, rationalizing it and be
Mhm.
like, okay, maybe this, like, okay, I have tendency to do this. And like, but definitely like, if you have the relationship, it's
Yeah.
just like the
Mhm.
good things about your sign.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
like
yeah.
the bad things are just like, little
Right?
minor.
Right, but then also people in my family are Scorpios, and they're
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so it's like, it's
Mhm.
not the Scorpio, it's also
it's
Yeah,
also
the-
the light.
yeah.
Okay, so for compatibility, mine, I think I skipped you.
But they're the same, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So silly. My most compatible matches are Gemini, Leo, Sag, and Aquarius, which is so funny because my
Mhm.
sister's a Gemini. Obviously, like we're talking about romance; these aren't romantic relationships. But
Mhm.
my sister's a Gemini. You guys both have Leo in you. You guys are
Mhm.
both Aquariuses. My grandma, who's like one of my best friends, is a Sag.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's weird how you have that like surrounding you constantly.
Yeah.
It's true.
so foreplay orgy because we're all compatible.
Ah,
Let's get it. Yeah.
Coming soon to Patreon.
Except.
Except
So my least compatible
is
are Aquarius and
Oh.
Sagittarius.
really.
Yeah.
And that's my sun.
Those
and,
are-
and rising sun.
Oh,
Right?
shit.
Yeah,
Red
it's
flag or
interesting.
no?
We're gonna say or no. 'Cause I don't want to disturb the peace.
Yeah, Taurus and Aquarius are just not
There-
compatible.
Every site I ever say it's Aquarius is like a no
It's
for
weird.
Taurus.
I found that with. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I found that with Scorpio too when I was looking up whether Jack and I were gonna get married.
Right?
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's definitely interesting. Definitely depends on the person. I would say like other Aquariuses that I have been like around, like maybe I just like I obviously am not super close with them, so maybe that's the
Yeah.
reason, right? Like who knows?
And we take it all with a grain of salt.
Oh, yeah.
It's really like
It's just a sign it's not your identity.
totally.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
true.
But it's it's an interesting one.
It is. But yeah, I haven't had sex with either of those or dated. Well, dating you. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've had sex with you. So
I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Have you had sex with a Taurus?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever met a guy Taurus.
Interesting.
My dad's a Taurus.
Right.
Papa.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Papa's a good one.
Papa.
Yeah.
I'm just dating your dad.
A version of much younger version.
But yeah,
Um,
so.
Our lowest compatible ones are Pisces and what was it? Pisces and Cancer.
Those are mine.
Oh.
Interesting.
Which is crazy because I'm also
Ooh.
Cancer rising.
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
Or not.
Us ignoring the red flags.
Yeah.
No, it's funny how those things work. I want my partner to get his birth time so we can find out like everything,
Mhm.
like his rising and everything,
Yeah.
because your
Mhm.
rising changes based on like every 15 minutes that you're born. But
Yeah.
when I first got into astrology, I was home and I was on Cafe Astrology where you get your full like hefty birth chart. It has all your houses and stuff in it too, which I
Yeah.
don't know anything about that. But
Mhm.
I read each of my siblings and just like dragged them based on their astrology
Mhm,
sign.
mhm.
It's a fun little way to kind of get to know people. I feel like it's a good little icebreaker.
Definitely.
You know what's the funniest thing? I'm remembering this now. I wasn't really into astrology before I met you guys, and I remember at Massage Heights, you pulled up my chart on.
Cafe
Yeah,
Astrology.
you did.
Oh my
I vividly
God.
remember that.
We're like, we have
That's
to really
so
get to know
funny.
you.
Yeah, it's like, so like, what are you all about?
It's like an interview. You pull out a fucking like clipboard.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh my
Oh.
god.
And
Oh.
you know what? I always meet Aquariuses and I don't know what it is, but like I'll like be vibing with this random person at work and I'm new or whatever. And then I'm like, what's your sign? And they're like, an Aquarius. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Nice.
I don't know why.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know
But-
so many Aries. And
Really?
it's always like a good, solid connection.
Wait, so who is you guys' least compatible? Sorry, did you say?
Cancer and Pisces.
Pisces.
Same with mine.
Same.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
kind of
crazy,
weird.
right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's chat about best sexual experiences with what sign and like
Mhm.
what it was like.
I feel like they're with Scorpio partner, but we kind of talked about like a Scorpio thing. But I
Mhm.
think that the sign I've had sex with most outside of that is Aries, because I've had sex with more than one Aries in my life, which I feel like is kind of weird. So that accumulated kind of
Mhm.
makes for second best strong.
Okay.
Ah,
you know?
okay.
Fair.
Love
You know?
that.
Interesting.
And
But
what made it so good?
I don't know. I think they just one of them had a really big dick. Now they're gonna be like, which one?
Yeah.
Good. Keep them guessing.
And the other
Mhm.
one was very just like I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say impulsive and I don't want to say primal because those are kind of wrong, but
Mhm.
very like instinctual kind of like just
Mhm.
it was really like I tear
Like
his clothes off kind of thing.
animalistic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And we love that. We absolutely do. And I have really good chemistry with this person.
Like
to
good
this
biting?
day. Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
Weird growling noises.
Oh my god, I know, literally
Yes.
same.
Yeah, and
Oh
it
my
was so
God.
crazy. And I was like, what the fuck was that? But I was like, I'm also kind of into it.
That's so funny.
But
So Aries fuck.
yeah, like a little bit
Aries,
of
yeah.
I mean, I fuck, so we already
Yeah.
knew that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Definitely the best sex was with Aquarius.
Love that.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I only know like the partners, and one was Aries.
Mhm.
Horrible sex.
Horrible.
And yeah, Aquarius was like, it was good sex. And
Yeah.
also the person, and there's a lot of other factors than just the sign.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just like didn't feel the chemistry with
Mhm.
Aries.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I don't have like a lot of. I haven't slept with a lot of people, so I'm probably gonna have to give it to Aquarius.
Aquarius.
My top two for sure are Scorpio. God damn it. Only because like that was like dating Scorpios. Like I literally dated two like back to back. And the sex was just like so I almost like discovered like what sex could be in a way with them. Like it was very like
Interesting.
explorative, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then second top would be like Libra, mainly because of the communication involving sex of
Oh,
like not just
interesting.
during the bedroom of like actually processing what happened and
Oh.
like what we want to do next, like conversations, which is like the first time I've ever done that with anybody. So
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
What kind of
crazy.
conversations?
just like kind of like genuinely like what we want, like if we have any like fantasies or like just even like a genuinely like a debrief of what just happened of
Yeah.
like we did this,
Wow.
do we like it, what do we want to change,
Wow.
like
Kind of like during like the aftercare. and
yeah,
you're
like full on
nice.
like aftercare, yeah, which is
Wow, like
very
a full-
interesting.
Come down. Stage,
Literally,
eh?
so yeah, I would say those are my top two for
That's
sure.
really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never experienced that before, so it's definitely a good takeaway. Like it's something from like this experience that I want to put in other relationships of like
Mm.
this is what I would like to do because it's making it good, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, like, it's so nice to have that conversation after sex because, especially when you're like getting to know everything about your partner and just like getting finally comfortable to like explore and do things, and it's
Mhm.
not like the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know? And so it's really nice because then it just gets better so much faster.
So much faster.
Like you don't have to just tiptoe around all the bullshit. It's like, okay, like what do you like?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've been with someone and recently and was like, so like what do you like? Like do you like this? But saying it like sexy, like do you like
Mhm.
this? Or
What
like,
do you
you know,
like?
like a little rough, and I'd like grab his neck a little and be like,
Mhm.
or
Ooh.
soft. And then you know, just not like the reply I'm looking for. And
Mhm.
it's like, I just want to know.
Yeah.
Right?
And even after, it's like, let's just chat about it. Let's make it normal. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's fine.
I swear to fuck, it's like pulling teeth with my partner. I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, what did you like? What did you hate? What can I do? What do you want? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it was good. I'm like, I'm gonna.
No.
Ah!
Right? Some
was good
people
for
are just
you.
not into it. Wow. Is there
God damn
any, I guess we could say, like, worst experience with a sign?
Oh,
Did we say that already?
Mm.
No.
hold on. Let me do some more research here because I have to find out what his sign is. But boy, do I have a story for you.
Ooh. See, that's the tough thing. I don't know if I know the signs of the shitty sex that I've had because I don't think I've stuck
Agreed.
around to find out.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
The shittiest sex I've ever had was with an Aquarius.
Really?
Ah.
Yeah. So this Aquarius, tiny dick, and didn't know how to use it, and was just like, he was just not it.
Not
But he's happy now. So
there you
God
go.
be
Good
with
for
you.
him.
so best and worst
Yeah.
has been with an Aquarius.
There you go.
Okay, I figured it out.
Okay.
Libra.
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 Okay, I was gonna say this. Wait, you have a story. You have a whole ass story.
Oh, it was just like this guy with like, again, a pencil dick. It wasn't even, it was like short and thin.
You're
No.
like bad and bad.
Bad and
worse.
literally worse.
And he was uncircumcised, which is like, whatever. But like, I didn't know what I was doing because I'd never been with a guy who was uncircumcised. And he was cheating on his girlfriend with me. So like,
I remember the story.
Wow.
but anyways, unless I like got his birthday wrong, but
Goddamn Libras.
There's something in the
Mhm.
stars that has made it so every penis I've ever seen in the flesh has been uncircumcised.
Really?
What is that? What is that?
Uncir-
Is that my Pluto? Is that my Jupiter? Is that my Uranus? Like, I don't know.
Is that my Uranus?
Also, I've had weird sex with a Libra. And like good sex. Like on paper, fantastic sex, but true vibes down to the core.
like
Weird.
like
Hmm.
just like weird things were happening
Just
or like uncomfortable.
Like an
Never
energy?
fully being comfortable. Like always being in my head a little bit. And we've talked about this in the past because we've talked about like sex with this person before. So there's like a bunch of other things that could have contributed to it. Yeah.
Mm.
But I just like
I'm like, I don't know.
I just never fully like relaxed around this person. We slept together quite a few times.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
The only good thing about that sex is he had a British accent.
Mm.
That
We
was
love
it.
Okay.
That was it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wasn't even attractive.
you're also doing your British accent
At the same time.
Daddy, daddy.
No.
Oh god.
That would be hilariously amazing.
Oh, I'm disgusted with myself.
Speaking of, sex education is out. New
Yes,
season.
it is.
I
Oh my
start,
god.
I started watching the first season. I never finished it, but I need to watch it again.
It's
'cause I
so
actually really
fucking
enjoyed
good.
it.
Literally go watch it tonight.
Okay.
It's
I've
so
only watched
good.
it with you guys, like a couple episodes.
It's good. And it like the first season, second season was so good.
Would you say it actually promotes like correct information, safe sex, like actual real facts?
Obviously, within like a lens of a TV show, I would say yeah, like that is
Yeah.
why I like it because there's those bits and pieces, and they're the kind of thing that you may only take seriously if you know it already.
Mhm.
But when you hear it, you go, "Yeah, good job." You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
Nice.
she's like a sex therapist in the
Yeah, his mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they talk about like gay sex or
Yeah.
is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, and
That's
there's,
cool.
like,
Interesting.
yeah, lots of the little couples in the show
Oh,
are gay.
It's
I
fun.
love that. Okay.
Yeah.
This is totally off topic, but I just have to say it. So I was walking Gary, and one of the garage doors were open, and I just happened to be like walking by as this girl was leaving this other girl's house, and she's like, "Bye, I love you," and I like turn my head, and I'm like, I didn't actually do that, but I was like,
You're like, yay! There's more of them around
I
me.
know, I was like, "Are you gay?
Oh my god.
And we're neighbors?"
Aw.
You want to hang out sometime?
Yeah,
I love that.
So cute.
And
I'm
it could've
sick
just
of all
been-
these straight people around me.
They could have
Yeah.
just been friends, but you know how the story goes.
Two best friends in a room.
What
Yeah.
can you do?
It's true.
Comments, queefs, concerns?
Concerns.
Okay, what if we talked about penises, like circumcised or uncircumcised, and why we have a preference?
What'd you say?
Okay, let's just go into this then.
Okay.
Comments, queefs, concerns, uncircumcised versus circumcised. So I am embarrassed to say this, and like it is what it is. But I still don't know the difference. And I don't know how to visually know the difference. And I could not tell you any of my partners if they were or weren't. Straight up.
And this is holes in our education. Okay.
Okay, wait. I feel like you would know. You'd have to know.
That's what people tell me, but I don't know.
What does it look like soft? Does it look like this?
I don't know. That's what I don't know.
Is it a little- is it a little mushroom?
I think the last partner I was with was uncircumcised.
Okay, so when you go like when you grab,
Do I need to pull up a visual for
when
you?
you grab
I've
that
seen
dick
visual.
and you go bling,
Yeah.
does the skin follow your hand and close it
But
on
when
the
it's
top
hard,
of the head?
it doesn't always
When it's
do
hard,
that.
it doesn't always do that.
You see it soft?
I don't think I've seen many dicks soft.
Oh, I'm so sorry. They just get hard the second I walk in the room.
She's like, I've never seen a soft
Yeah, she's like,
dick.
I don't
Not-
speak for BB out. Doesn't see
Literally,
soft
I
dick.
do not suck a dick till it gets hard. Okay. Look, I understand the visual, but like still, guys, like
Okay.
Diagram!
I
You have to.
That's a
This
great
is your
visual.
mission. This is your mission. On the next time,
I see a
time
penis.
you see a penis, slap it until it's soft with their consent, of course,
okay.
and then tell me, does it have a sleeve?
Is it an anteater or a mushroom?
Or take a
Okay,
picture.
because
Yeah.
I think a majority have been a mushroom,
Do you see?
and I think maybe two have been a
Anteater.
turtleneck. I don't know. Like I just
So
like,
funny.
it's a hard thing my brain
So,
can't really.
That being said, you don't have a preference because you don't even
Clearly
know.
not. Clearly, I'm like fucking do whatever. Like that's your penis, but I don't know.
But take this in. So 11 inches. Could you
What does
imagine?
the turtleneck look like?
11
And that's what I think was uncircumcised.
Oh,
Was
shit.
uncircumcised?
think.
Okay.
All the dicks that I've been in me lately, like my first boyfriend was uncircumcised. Everybody else I've been
Was
with
circumcised?
been circumcised.
Okay.
I just maybe it's just like some toxic like misogyny going on here, but I'm like, I don't like if you have an uncircumcised dick, like pipe the fuck down. I don't know, you're so bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
I'm
the
sorry.
stigma is like they're dirtier,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
I don't know.
Which is
Dick
not
cheese,
true.
But I just genuinely think guys don't take care of that area
Yeah.
very well anyway.
Dude, okay, here's a visual.
I don't want a visual.
Someone with a penis is sitting on a toilet, and they're taking a dookie, and
Yeah.
It's
they're
such
pushing
a-
or sweating, and their pee-pee, as we call it,
Uh-huh.
is dangling
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
spray zone, in the splash zone, and then they flush, maybe wash their hands. We don't know.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
take this in. They
We
have to
don't
hold their penis to pee, and they don't wash their hands
Yeah,
before
some
or
don't
after.
even-
But
Some
even the
sit to
dookie
pee.
spray,
Mm.
itself, but then they waltz into the bedroom and they say, "Hey, baby,
I know.
you want to go for a ride on my disco stick?" And we say, "Hell yeah, brother."
It's basically
Yeah,
like
brother.
suck
Yeah.
the literal germs
No,
off me.
So it's like it doesn't matter if it's circumcised or uncircumcised. You're getting that dookie spray
You're
in your
getting-
poom
You're getting it
no
anyway.
matter what.
Okay, well, I'm very happy to report that my partner washes his ass and his penis.
Love that.
Yeah, my partner has pretty good hygiene, but he still sits
Yeah.
down when he poops.
Well, he
Yeah.
has to.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
So
if I
still sits down when you poop.
if I
If
had a
I could
penis,
stand, I would try it.
and also my partner has some smarty long balls. Like I don't know if I've ever
Like
told you
old
guys
man
this.
balls?
They slap me when we fuck.
Wait, I'm getting a full visual.
They're like just like they're long. And the first
The toilet water's like
Keep it in the water.
Even if I was
Absolutely.
clean before, I wasn't after
my
that.
chin is wet after.
Like it's the longest picture I've ever seen.
Oh my god, his little like ball hairs are like riding up against your gooch. while it's hitting it.
But so it's like the balls. If I had a penis and balls, I would hold them while I poop.
Same.
I
Yeah.
would.
In a little protective hand shell.
Mhm.
I need to get like jock straps for the modern man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wish so bad we had a sponsor, and it's like, but not for long if you had Manscaped.
Oh
Those
god.
commercials fucking
Do-
kill me.
Do guys you know shave their balls?
Yes.
Yes, also.
I think almost everyone I've been with
Yeah.
has shaven
And
their
his
balls.
ass.
And his ass.
Oh, I haven't been
Does
that
he want
far.
you to-
That's a
He
week.
really treats me sometimes.
Nibble, nibble.
yeah.
Honestly, sometimes he likes it.
Oh, I love
Love
that.
it.
I don't know if he'd ever admit that, but
Do you mean you going in like to a forest there?
Honestly, Kate, it was definitely not shaven, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't like
forest vibes, like
Christ.
Okay.
poop stuck in there.
Right, let's
No.
talk about that.
No, it was
It's
clean.
there.
But eating ass though, it's a flavor. It's a choice.
You really eat dookie spray.
You're like actually in it.
Literally, you know when you have shit on your finger and you're like, well, it's just how it's gonna go. Like I can
Literally.
smell it, but like we're just gonna keep going and I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
I have such a pressing question.
Okay.
Have you ever eaten ass
Mhm.
and it tastes sweet?
No.
Yes, I would say like sweet. It has a tang.
It has a-
Let's go.
But like you're kind of like, I'm not mad about it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Is that like gooch sweat? Is that pussy juice?
It's a
What
combination.
is it?
It's a
so
combination.
curious.
But like, why
It's
do I?
my own saliva. That's all I know.
Like, why do I like it?
I feel like
You're an ass
that's
pirate.
a thing.
Uh-huh.
It's sweet.
Oh.
It's like when
She's
people
like, it's still tastes like shit.
like it tastes like you're eating an ass. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm interested when people are like, I really like it. I'm like, do you?
Do you or does your partner and you like your partner's pleasure?
Yeah, because that's fine, totally fine too. Because I'll do it for my partner's pleasure for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
I solemnly swear. I've never eaten ass.
Fair
Not
enough.
of anyone. I
It's
don't
not
know
for
why.
everyone.
It's not that it's not. I mean, even though I'm making fun of you guys saying you eat dookie, but it's not for me. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guarantee the first time that I did it, I'd be like, I'm really doing this for you. And you know what I mean?
You're
I've
thinking the
tasted
whole
and
time.
contemplated.
I implore you to remember the taste so we can have a future.
Yeah, it's not a forgettable one.
You know, you're right. It's not. I can taste it right now.
I know.
The person that I slept with on this date has does a lot of ass stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of ass stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's something I'm going to come in contact with a little bit soon.
Yeah.
So I'll keep you
Yeah.
updated.
Keep an open mind.
Totally.
One more question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever been like sucking dick, maybe sucking some balls, maybe even licking some ass,
Yeah.
and you get a pube stuck in your teeth?
All the time.
The
And you're like,
ultimate floss.
what the
When it's on your tongue and you're like, trying to get it.
But like you're
really
trying to be like
wiry.
sexy. It's like
Literally, or even like having sex with a girl and you're just like,
Mhm.
our pube hairs are just not.
You're trying to
lining up.
scissor in your closet.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Absolutely
I'm just gonna lube this up because
Yeah.
it's not working. And it's not always like that.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, and you're just like, fuck.
So in the comments, tell us your sign and if you're circumcised or not. And
If you eat ass or not.
if you eat, or if you
ass.
taste the tang in ass.
Yeah.
Please answer those 3 questions. That would be great.
Yeah.
And bye.
Bye.
It was nice seeing you again.
And goodbye.
and
And goodbye.